Here you will edit existing hatch objects by selecting new boundaries, changing patterns, adjusting pattern scale, and setting the origin of a pattern. Open the Engine 2 project file and select this outer boundary. It appears that we're missing some of the circles. Let's reselect the missing boundaries. Click Select, and then go around and select any of the circles which aren't part of the pattern. Note that you don't need to select the existing boundaries, just the additional boundaries. Press Enter, and the holes are cut in the pattern. The next thing I'd like to change is the scale of this particular pattern. It's way too dense. Go up here and highlight this value. Let's increase it to 35. Press Tab. Now look at this, we have a problem. The hatch pattern isn't respecting this inner boundary. This inner boundary is composed of two circles and two blended curves here and here. There aren't any gaps in the boundary, so this is really a bug in AutoCAD. This happens from time to time with complex boundary shapes. The solution is simply to change the scale until the problem goes away. I'll click on this Hatch Pattern Scale Up arrow, and hopefully at some point, there we go, the boundary will be corrected. A value of 53 seems to work pretty well here. Let's change the hatch pattern next. Choose ANSI 32 for this steel pattern. And let's try a different scale. Maybe this pattern won't suffer from the same problem as ANSI 31. I'll decrease the scale, and sure enough, it does work. I'll bring it down to about 24, and then click Close Hatch Editor. Next, let's zoom in and take a look at the way that this hatch pattern meets the boundary. Let's say you want the hatch pattern to meet exactly at this point. You can do that by selecting the pattern and then choosing Set Origin here. Click the point you want the pattern to meet, and one of the lines hits that point precisely. Click Close Hatch Editor. Now let's create a new hatch pattern and match it to an existing hatch. Click the Hatch tool on the Draw panel. Click the Select button in the Boundaries panel. Click this circle and this outer boundary, and then click Match Properties. Click on this hatch pattern, and you immediately match all the properties that are set for it. Click Close Hatch Creation. I don't think I like that because the cross-hatching pattern is interfering with the complexity of the gears. So I'll select this pattern, and again, click Match Properties, and let's match the properties to a different pattern. Let's try this dots pattern. Now that looks better. I'll click Close Hatch Editor and Zoom Extents. So you've learned how to edit existing hatches and have adjusted their boundaries, patterns, and properties. You also changed the origin point of a pattern and matched a new pattern to the properties of another existing pattern.